let's take a look at the artwork on here really quick. It's going to be a bit shaky because I'm going to be holding it, but look at that. That looks really cool. Okay, let's get started. You know, I'll probably have to put this into 2 or 3 parts. We shall see. And I am going to skip ahead to the uncommons and rares. Also, it looks as though it's not focusing. There we go. Okay. Here we are. Protect and serve. So fuse is a mechanic that I don't know much about because, like I said in the opening, I don't know a whole lot about Dragon's Base. So the mechanic of fuse means that you may cast one or both halves of this card from your hand, and they're both instants. So that's pretty cool. I like that mechanic. So target creature gets +2/+4 until end of turn for the protect side, and for the serve side, target creature gets -6/-0 until end of turn. Scab Clan Giant. It's a giant warrior. When Scab Clan Giant enters the battlefield, it fights target creature an opponent controls, chosen at random. Interesting. Corozda Gorgon. I like this card. I was just looking at it online, actually, and I think it's a cool card and beautiful artwork. Death Touch. Play 2. Remove a 1/1 counter from a creature you control. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Zurta Ancient. It's a beast. Whenever a player taps a land for mana, that player adds 1 mana to his or her mana pool of any type that land produced. So, that could be both good and bad. This is 7/5. Nice. Selesnya Guildgate. Nice. Cool. I like these gates. I'm sure that you know about them if you're watching this. Yeah, I like gates. I think that that's a cool little thing. Alright, protect and serve, yet again. We know what that does. Species Gorger. It's a frog beast. What? At the beginning of your upkeep, return a creature you control to its owner's hand. It's a 6/6. Wow, cool. War Leader's Helix. I saw this online, I liked it. War Leader's Helix deals 4 damage to target creature or player, and you gain 4 life. Okay, so one of the reasons why I want a Boros deck is because of the red and white stuff that goes with angels. I have a really awesome angel deck, but I would love to make it into like a very specific Boros deck. Ooh, yeah. Exiva Rakdos Blood Witch. It's a legendary creature for strike, haste, unleash, and each other creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has haste. Awesome. Oh! Oh my gosh! A foil mythic rare! This is only the 2nd booster that we opened, and I got a foil mythic rare. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so, Deadbridge Chant. When Deadbridge Chant enters the battlefield, put the top 10 cards of your library into your graveyard. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose a card at random in your graveyard. If it's a creature card, put it on the battlefield. Otherwise, put it in your hand. That card rocks. Rocks! Golgari Guildgate. Nice. I'm liking that they're putting these in instead of the normal land. That it's just like a land gate gets put in. So, that's awesome because I don't really need more land, but gates I need more of and wanted, so that's nice. Oh yeah, I have a Sphinx deck, so this is nice. Jelen Sphinx. You'll have to tell me if I'm saying that right. It's flying and vigilance, and whenever Jelen Sphinx attacks, other attacking creatures get +1/+1 until end of turn. Nice. Scab Clan Giant. Debt to the Deathless. This artwork, I think, is really amazing. Each opponent loses 2 times X life. You gain life equal to the life lost. Nice. Notion Thief. This is a cool card. Flash. It has flash. And if an opponent would draw a card except the first one he or she draws in each of his or her draw steps. Instead, that player skips that draw and you draw a card. Nice. And a Simic Guildgate. Lovely. Moving right along. I'm wanting the vampires that are in this because I love vampires. Ooh, Showstopper! Okay, this one I was like researching this online, and Showstopper I mostly just really like because of the artwork. But it's a cool card too. It's an instant until end of turn. Creatures you control gain. When this creature dies, it deals 2 damage to target creature an opponent controls. Warped Physique. Whoa. Target creature gets plus X minus X until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Ooh. War Leader's Helix, we went over. Renegade Krasis for 3. It's a beast mutant. It has evolve, and whenever it evolves, put a 1/1 counter on each other creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it. Nice. That rocks. Dimir Guildgate. Nice. Maw of the Obsidat. I don't care for this card. Woodlot Crawler, Forest Walk, and protection from green. Interesting. Tear and Wear. Destroy target artifact and destroy target enchantment for white. So you can play those both at the same time. That's cool. Oh, okay. Ready and Willing. This is so cool. I really like this mechanic of Fuse. So creatures you control are indestructible this turn. Untap each creature you control. And creatures you control gain Death Touch and Lifelink until end of turn. Species Gorger. Oh, nice. I love foils when they're not common cards. This is an uncommon card, but it's still a really cool card. And Boros Guildgate. Moving right along. Haunter of the Night Vale. Creatures your opponents control get -1, -0. Cool card. Bread of the Hunt. Whenever a creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. Nice. Blaze Commando. Minotaur Soldier. Whenever an instant or sorcery spell you control deals damage, put 2 1/1 red and white soldier creature tokens with haste on the battlefield. That's a cool card. Sire of the Insanity. It's a demon. I really like demon cards. At the beginning of each end step, each player discards his or her hand. Nice. Simic Guildgate. Alright, moving along. Feral Animist. It's a goblin shaman. Artwork is nice. If you pay 3, it gets a +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is its power. Turn and Burn. Target creature loses all abilities and becomes a 0/1 red weird until end of turn. And Burn. Burn deals 2 damage to target creature or player. Blast of Genius. I wanted this card. I'm glad that it's in here. Choose target creature or player, draw 3 cards, then discard a card. Blast of Genius deals damage equal to the discarded card's converted mana cost to that creature or player. Nice. Breaking and Entering. I like that these Fuse cards have such great names. Okay, so target player puts the top 8 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard, and put a creature card from graveyard onto the battlefield under control. It gains haste until end of turn. And a dumb common foil. Liev Decree. I think that's how you say it. And Azorus Guildgate. Warped Physique, which we went over already. Spike Jester. This is a really cool card for a Goblin deck. And Down and Dirty. Target player discards 2 cards, or return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Gaze of Granite. This is a cool card. Wow, nice. Destroy each non-land permanent with converted mana cost X or less. And another common foil, Azurus Clue Stone. The artwork is cool, which makes this a really rad foil card, but, you know, It's a common. Is it Guildgate? Feral Animist, we went over already. Woodlot Crawler. Debt of the Deathless. Possibility Storm. Ooh, nice. Whenever a player casts a spell from his or her hand, that player exiles it, then exiles cards from the top of his or her library until he or she exiles a card that shares a card type with it. That player may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Then he or she puts all cards exiled with Possibility Storm on the bottom of his or her library in random order. Wow. Scab Clan Giant foil. I think we went over that one already. And Selesnya Guildgate. Alright, watch part 2 to see what we open next.